Hi, in this intro, I'm going to be explaining why I'm making this video, and if you're not interested, then just skip to this time frame. And here we go. So I got this comment that asked me to make my video into two parts, one for MK and one for DC. And at first I kind of just brushed this off, but the more I thought about it, the more interesting this sounded, because originally I was actually going to make my Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Sucks video into two parts, one for the MK side and one for the DC side. However, due to how convoluted the story was, I felt like I had to combine both sides into one video, or else the story would actually be way too convoluted. But the thing is though, the original game is this convoluted. So what if I did that with my own Sucks video? What if I separated my video into two? And that's what we're doing here today. I decided to make two separate videos, one just with the MK part and one just with the DC part, to see how it would feel. And I must say, it's definitely a lot more messy. I mean, there's a lot of jokes that need a bit of setup from the other side and stuff like that, but it does make for an interesting experience, and it is the intended way the game did it, so here we are. I also did some minor tweaks to make things connect a bit better, so you can look out for those. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this more experimental video.
We start the story with the end of Shao Kahn's invasion to Earthrealm from MK3, where he's already defeated and tries to run away. Fun fact, if you read the bio, apparently, after Outworld's defeat at the MK1 tournament, Shao Kahn was so pissed that he just skips the MK2 tournament and just tries to invade Earthrealm. That's really dumb. Mr. Shao Kahn, wouldn't it be easier to conquer Earthrealm via tournament than a war? We only just started, and I'm already in round mode.
My sincere apologies.
Raiden shows up and shocks Shao Kahn into the portal. He gets taken to an unknown location.
It looks like an uwo on the back of his neck.
Howdy doody everyone, Wombu here!
Then he takes Quan Chi away to give him a spanking. We head to the Wuxi Academy, where Kitana tries to ambush Liu Kang. Kitana explains that members of the Edenian resistance have been disappearing, and so have members of the White Lotus.
By the gods.
By the Elder Gods.
They conclude that it's either the Lin Kuei or the Black Dragon responsible. Even though I can think of a ton of other culprits, they saw the tiny MK roster and assumed it was either Sub-Zero or Kano. Liu Kang goes for Sub-Zero, and Kitana asks for Sonya's help. So how does Liu Kang look for the Lin Kuei? Does he ask some people? Does he look for clues? He goes to a random graveyard because it's snowing.
Snow, out of place this time of year.
MK logic, ladies and gentlemen. Then Liu Kang brings out the walkie-talkie amulet.
Oh my gosh, it's the walkie-talkie!
But I feel I'm getting close.
Warmer. You could have said warmer. The pun was right there. How could you not take it? Sub-Zero and Liu Kang fight because he thought Liu was going to kill him. Something that interests me is how much they treat Sub-Zero like a villain in this game. It's probably because the Lin Kuei are still assholes. They haven't started the Cyber Initiative, nor has Sub-Zero betrayed them yet. Sub-Zero mentions that members of the Lin Kuei are missing too, and so they decide to work together. Scorpion shows up. He must have thought it was weird that a random graveyard was snowing too. In this continuity, Scorpion has killed Bihan and got his revenge. And he still wants to kill Kuai Liang because he's an asshole. Liu Kang fights Scorpion, and then Scorpion and the Flash switch places. Liu Kang sees a random dude in a red speedo and instantly thinks he's Shang Tsung.
Your illusion does not fool me, Shang Tsung.
And beats him up.
What are these damsel in distress like falling poses?
Then he finds out he's not Shang Tsung and doesn't feel remorse for his actions whatsoever.
Jerks.
He then turns into Lucario
Aura is with me.
His aura.
and decides to take him back to his masters to decipher. We head back to the Wuxi Academy. Then Shang Tsung shows up. He says he killed the masters, and Liu Kang beats him up.
May the Elder Gods bind you in another realm for your treachery, sorcerer. This is Liu Kang.
Damn you, Shang Tsung. This is Liu Kang.
I just love the way his emotions go 180. Sonya explains Kano's sudden disappearance, which is probably why he shows up in Gotham City. Then Liu Kang says a summary of Chapter 1 Liu Kang to Sonya, though he skips the part about working with Sub-Zero. He then tries to be Lucario again to examine Flash's aura, but he remembers that he's an anti-furry, and the thought of him becoming Lucario cringes in a way. Sonya believes that Liu Kang's in trouble, and due to the Technoporto's acting unstable, she asks Kitana for help.
Unfortunately, no. There is a crisis here in Outworld that demands my full attention. I do not have time to explain.
What? Why? Explain the crisis in Outworld. Explain it. What the heck?
Catwoman shows up, after sloppily running into a portal. Sonya beats her up because she's an anti-furry, and we get more elegant feint poses.
Security will take care of you. I've got to get to Liu Kang.
What was up with the eyes there? I gotta get to Liu Kang!
Sonya takes an Uber to the Wuxi Academy, and she meets Baraka, because he vowed to avenge his master, and went to Earthrealm to hunt the good guys. Okay, she beats him up. Then Sonya takes an Uber to Raiden's temple to seek out Raiden for help. She meets Captain Marvel, and mistakes him for the Flash.
I fought a warrior, something resembling a red devil with a bolt of lightning on his chest.
Red, with a lightning bolt on his chest. This must be the warrior Liu Kang fought.
Which I think is kind of a clever setup. Captain Marvel sees that Sonya has jiggle physics, and feels the cringe. Sonya beats him up, and Green Lantern shows up to save him. She got hit before the fist even hit her.
Beware the rage.
Beware the boobies.
Sonya beats him. I find it very funny that two superhumans are struggling against a military girl. They escape. Then Jax shows up, and Sonya feels cringe, because she thought Kano was doing blackface.
Is that blackface, dude?
Raiden comes back.
Enough! Enough! Enough!
That's enough.
And he brings back Liu Kang. He explains that Liu was captured in the Watchtower. Jax and Sonya go back to their base to prepare a counter-attack on the Watchtower, though they could also just ask Raiden to teleport them. Back at the base, Jax prepares the techno portal, while Sonya goes and plays Elden Ring or some shit. Lex Luthor shows up, and Jax feels the cringe, because there's too many bold people in this game. Lex gets defeated.
Looks like you put a stop to that.
Only one way to be.
What was that smile?
Take out that space
And now they are ready to go to the Watchtower. Jax and Sonya get teleported to the Watchtower. Jax sees that Captain Marvel is getting some help, but since Jax doesn't believe in healthcare, he beats up the sheepo. Wonder Woman shows up. Wonder Woman blocks Jax's machine gun. So for their fight, Jax doesn't use the gun.
Catch these nuts. Catch these nuts. Catch these nuts. Hey, Wonder Woman, you're pretty good at catching bullets. Can you catch these? Oh, sorry. Hey, Wonder Woman, you're pretty good at catching bullets. Do you, ow, okay. I'm making a joke, Wonder Woman. Catch these bullets. I can't use my move now. Use your... Wait, my machine... Did the game take away the machine gun because Wonder Woman will just block them? Oh my gosh, how dare you, game. How dare you. If that's the case, then block this. Oh, okay, she did.
Jax wins, and Captain Marvel changes his feint pose. Jax ponders whether to save Sub-Zero.
What do you think, Sonya? Should we trust him?
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
You're kind of an ass, Liu Kang, for not telling any of your allies that Sub-Zero is working with you guys. And don't you dare blame it on Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Sub-Zero explains that he needs to find Quan Chi for some answers. But I thought you already did.
Quan Chi was right.
Sub-Zero sneakily gets into Raiden's temple. Why are you trying to sneak in? Aren't you here to talk to Raiden? Raiden fights Sub-Zero, because Liu Kang, Sonya and Jax are irresponsible pricks that didn't tell Raiden that Sub-Zero was on their side. After Sub-Zero defeats Raiden, he takes him to the Rock of Eternity next door, and explains some stuff.
Earthrealm is merging with another world.
Quan Chi foresaw the intrusion from the other world, and that their champion would pose a dire threat.
First off, the champion they are talking about is Superman, and that's why he's frozen in ice early on.
And the Lin Kuei sent you to eliminate this champion.
I wore him down and sealed him in ice.
But the thing that really confuses me is this line here.
Quan Chi foresaw the intrusion from the other world.
So, from what I can gather, Quan Chi told the Lin Kui about the merging before Raiden took him to the Elder Gods, which would make this line from Sub-Zero make sense.
Quan Chi was right.
But then how did Quan Chi know all this? The merging began after Raiden shocked Shao Kahn and Superman Laser Darkseid. You'd think you'll gain information after the crisis happens. Perhaps Quan Chi is just a super prophet? Also, if Quan Chi knew this was going to happen, why did he only tell the Lin Kui and nobody else? Keep in mind, Quan Chi does not want the other side to win. So why is he being such a cocky? Maybe it's because he wanted the merging to happen. So after the heroes win, he can do a team up with Lex Luthor. Like how the arcade ending shows. Or I'm thinking too much into this dumbass plot and should just move on. Raiden helps Sub-Zero find Quan Chi.
I will show you the way. Search for Scorpion and you will find Quan Chi.
Sub-Zero goes to Gotham City first, because he can smell Scorpion's nether scent.
Scorpion was here. I can sense the nether.
He meets Deathstroke, and they have an epic rap battle.
Sub-Zero.
I've been around this world, and I've never heard of a Sub-Zero.
You snows, you lows, you sleeped, you weeped, you nap, you get slapped, you slumber, a cucumber.
After defeating Deathstroke,
you should have finished here.
Sub-Zero continues to follow Scorpion's musky scent. He gets to the Batcave.
This is where Scorpion first entered the mortal realm.
Why would you go to where Scorpion started off at? That's like the opposite of where he could be.
I feel I'm getting...
Warmer. Then he meets Batman. Perhaps the scent was from the Bat Doo-Doo. He beats Batman.
You should have finished.
Such an elegant pose.
And Scorpion pulls him through Netherrealm. I guess this wild goose chase didn't matter in the end, because Quan Chi found him first. Quan Chi is chained up, and Scorpion fights Sub-Zero. Cause in this version, he's an idiot. After some fighting, Quan Chi breaks out of his chains.
The merging fueled by Kombat. The intense battle between such bitter enemies caused a rift powerful enough to shatter my bonds.
You can't tell what I'm gonna do. I'm too complicated for you to handle. Ouch, shoot. My mind games are too strong for you, Scorpion. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna hit? Am I gonna hit? Am I gonna hit? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna block. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna grab. This is going to my cringe compilation.
Quan Chi tells Sub-Zero that Raiden must work with him.
Tell him if he wishes to save his precious Earth realm, he will have to ally himself with devils.
And then he tells Scorpion to look for the princess, because she's the only one who's seen the super secret big bad final boss. For being someone who's locked up by the Elder Gods, you sure know an awful lot compared to all these other idiots. Scorpion decides to start looking for the princess in Gotham. It's random, but there aren't that many places to search anyways. He meets the Joker.
The princess? Where is she?
Princess? Didn't I kill the last guy that called me that?
Okay, bye. I'm just gonna ignore you. Scorpion getting hit by that is so funny.
He beats up Joker and leaves. Due to the T rating, Scorpion can't kill anyone, and he just has this face of disappointment. Then we get a glimpse of what Lex is planning.
I already have a few recruits. How'd you like to join us?
Joker ahegeo. We then head to Themyscira, where Wonder Woman is back, because somebody didn't lock her up. Scorpion shows up, because we have to use this cool looking stage again.
I seek the princess.
I am Princess of Earth. You may speak to me, Scorpion.
You are not the princess I seek.
And he gets the rage. Though honestly, I don't even think he needs the rage, since he always has a rage boner in this game.
Now you will suffer my wrath! Fight! But I will show you the meaning of pain!
Fight!
What was that? What Wonder Woman was just like, ugh. That's so edgy. Ugh.
Wonder Woman still in the lead. Scorpion wins, and then he heads off to Metropolis. He sees Superman, and immediately kicks his ass and beats him away. Then he finally finds Princess Kitana. Kitana thinks Scorpion not killing is cringe, and Scorpion finally captures Kitana. Quan Chi appears, and tells Shang Tsung, Scorpion and Baraka to kill Captain Marvel. And then he takes Kitana away for personal usage. Papa Raiden starts scolding naughty boy Sub-Zero.
You have betrayed my trust, Sub-Zero.
Quan Chi shows up.
Oh god, Kitana again? Really? Mind control again? This is what, the 4th game in a row if you count Nitara's ending from Armageddon? Is this going to be like a thing with you? I mean, I know Sindel is your mother and, you know, she was introduced to mind control and that's kind of her whole thing. But you don't have to take after your mother in that way. And Quan Chi, oh, for God's sake, first off, get some new clothes. You look like a hobo and smell like one of NetherRealm's scripts. And second of all, don't think I didn't see you teleport after like 2 frames when the camera cut to you. You think I missed that? No, motherfucker, I did not miss that. This cutscene is pre-rendered, okay? There's no excuse for this, Midway. I'm glad the company went under. And as for you, Quan Chi, you motherfucker with your bullshit teleports that saved you in Deception retroactively, fuck you. I had to die for that, and so did
He's not even talking about MK versus DC anymore. Should we stop him?
No. It's entertaining.
And this was the point where Midway at the time, but later NetherRealm was like, yeah, Quan Chi's the coolest guy. He has to be in everything. He has to show up all the time with the same outfit. And I'm not fucking having it anymore. I'm gonna kill you, you motherfucker.
Anyways, Quan Chi starts explaining the mechanics of cringe by using Kitana as a demonstration.
What is this?
Hello. We came back to say we suck. Quan Chi uses the last of his powers to purge Kitana of her cringe. She is cringe no more. I actually quite like this scene. Quan Chi gives some much needed exposition to the idiot MK characters, and he sacrifices his powers because he does not want Dark Khan to win.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
It's actually quite a noble sacrifice, and makes me kind of respect Quan Chi. Kitana reveals the super secret big bad final boss, and now all they have to do is go fight him.
Not yet. We must first eliminate his forces.
I'm sorry. I take back my compliment and respect from you, you bold ass stupid garbage Kratos wannabe. If you all went and fought Dark Khan right this instant, he would have no other fighters, and it would have been a 10 versus 1. Easy GG. But instead we have to stretch this story mode for another hour. Fuck you, you receding hairline egghead. So now their plan is to beat up random pedestrians in hopes it'll weaken Dark Khan. Raiden tells Liu Kang to team up with Shang Tsung, because Raiden likes causing inner conflict.
I find it amusing.
And everyone else fucks off and plays Kirby in the Forgotten Land or some shit. They teleport to the Fortress of Solitude, and Liu Kang starts chatting with Kitana.
Shang Tsung and I have just arrived at the fortress.
And finally someone calls out all the annoying walkie-talkie moments.
This is Liu Kang, no sign of the enemy.
You can chat with your woman later.
Superman and Green Lantern show up, and they are already down. Shang Tsung starts taunting Liu Kang.
At least they were more of a challenge than your masters.
And Liu Kang just can't handle Shang's cringe voice acting.
What stopped you?
Shang wins.
You are more powerful than before.
And Shang explains his theory.
Energies are in constant flux as a result of the merging. Now I am revitalized, surging with power. I could finish you right now!
It means that the fighters are transferring powers to each other due to the merging, either gaining more or losing some. Which means Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe is the most balanced fighting game ever. Everyone is on par with one another. The Joker can beat anyone, and Superman can get beat by anyone. This game should be played at the FGC every year due to how balanced it is. Green Lantern comes in with the support.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Leave him. He is defeated.
This truly is a T-rated Mortal Kombat game. Shang Tsung beats Green Lantern, and Liu Kang thanks him.
You defended me. I owe you my gratitude.
Our objective is complete.
Yes, you have succeeded in your mission. Except, you didn't. They don't tie them up. They don't kill them. Superman and Green Lantern still show up at the final battle. You guys failed. Just like every other fucking idiot in this game. Shang Tsung and Liu Kang return to those idiots at Raiden's temple. They discuss how the enemy overpowered them, and Sonya and Kano are here because somebody didn't finish them off, and Scorpion and Sub-Zero are here too because somebody didn't finish them off, and Quan Chi isn't here because he's still playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Shang Tsung then starts bullying Kano for being a pathetic loser.
A clown? You were defeated by a clown?
And then Kano's in a game, a rage emerges. Sonya breaks up the fight. Then Jax calls them.
I'm at the base. I have some bad news.
1. That teleportation seemed pretty handy there, Raiden. You could have used it to help out way more in the story. You're starting to reach 2021 movie Raiden levels of cringe now. 2. That's got to be the sneakiest escort if nobody on the DC side noticed.
Not to worry about that. My wife has encouraged me of my combat.
I'm the Elder God. Close as a shadow, and twice as silent.
Jax says the other group is going to Outworld, so that's where they decide to go. Oh. And Kitana can open portals to other realms. I always thought it was the merger that made her teleport, like what happened to Kano and Catwoman, but apparently, she just has the ability.
I do not have time to explain.
What? Both groups head to the finale of Mortal Kombat 11, Outworld and Apocalypse, which is probably what Kitana saw a couple chapters ago.
It is worse than when I left.
Both sides are ready to fight, but Raiden and Superman are willing to negotiate.
Let me talk to them. Their commander approaches. I will speak with him.
As long as one side reveals that they aren't working with Dark Khan, they can resolve this conflict.
I'm Superman. We need to know your intentions.
I am Raiden, God of Thunder.
So far so good.
We have come to challenge you in Mortal Kombat.
Raiden, God of Thunder, Protector of Earthrealm, ageless and wise beyond measure. Wise beyond measure. Doesn't question Batman when saving Liu Kang.
First, I need answers. Release Liu Kang.
Doesn't teleport Jax and Sonya to the Watchtower. Thinks Sub-Zero was an enemy. Asks dumb questions to Captain Marvel.
This is a focal point between the realm of the gods and men.
Which gods?
By the Elder Gods.
Thinks Sub-Zero released Quan Chi on purpose.
It's not intentional, I swear to you.
Thinks Quan Chi is behind all of this.
This is your doing, sorcerer.
Pairs up Liu Kang with Shang Tsung.
I will do as you ask.
Could teleport people instantly, but only uses it once. Shocked Shao Kahn into the portal that started this whole conflict. Was the one that kicked off the final battle.
We have come to challenge you in Mortal Kombat.
Wise beyond measure. It's all your fucking fault. And people like to call out MK9 Raiden for being dumb. This is worse by a mile.
If you want to fight, you'll find my friends and I are up to the challenge.
Glad to know Superman is friends with psychotic killers. Then suddenly, the super secret big bad final boss shows up.
Dark Khan.
Dark Khan.
He starts infecting everyone with the cringe. Bad voice acting.
Shang Tsung.
Jiggle physics. SonicHaXD not knowing how to play fighting games.
The rage!
You know, I wonder where these guys are when all this was happening.
And they tell me, we already have a jokester. And I tell them, your game's not gonna sell. God, idiots. Hey, don't worry about it. A lot of us got shafted from the roster this time. Look at Kung Lao. He didn't make it in. Well, that's because he's already dead in this universe. Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Hey, Mr. J, deal the cards already.
We've been waiting for decades.
Who the heck are you guys?
Did she just call me Mr. Jai?
Harleen Quinzel.
Aquaman.
And we're pissed off Bat Brains didn't ask us to save the world.
I mean, no offense, but you're a literal clown. And don't even get me started on the Aquaman memes.
I'll have you know, I'm the biggest Hollywood star in the future. They call me the Black Panther for white women.
I thought that was Wanda.
What about you, fish boy? Do you get respect in the future?
When Jason Momoa stars in Aquaman 2018. So no, not really. Hey there, I'm Killer Croc from the hit animated TV show The Batman.
Scaly. Gentlemen, clown, I'm going to be hanging out with Mr. Croc and showing him my faint poses.
So like, who's the equivalent to our Kung Lao to your world?
Probably Damian Wayne Robin.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a loser in Injustice 2.
I hate that guy. Oh my god.
Then we get an epic battle sequence, but not like Armageddon's intro, more like just images. It's so cool, so epic.
Is that Frost?
Shang Tsung sees Dark Khan heading towards his fortress and suggests to follow suit.
An obvious course of action, but having been suggested by you, Shang Tsung, I must consider that you are leading us into a trap.
Geez, Raiden, you're starting to sound like Liu Kang, blaming everything on Shang Tsung.
But having been suggested by you, Shang Tsung, you are in league with Dark Khan. You lured us to our doom.
Actually, it was Jax who told you all to come here.
I think they're headed to Outworld.
Then that is where we must go.
And another point, you were the one who started this conflict. You really don't have anyone else to blame except yourself. Raiden beats up Shang Tsung, and Liu Kang says the line.
Here comes the line. Shang Tsung is not the enemy this time.
Raiden turns into MK9 Raiden and starts beating up Liu Kang. And just as he's about to finish Liu Kang, Shang Tsung snaps him out of it with his cringe voice acting.
Fatality?
Raiden realizes his mistakes and goes and face off Dark Khan. People talk about the reference to MK Aftermath in the scene all the time, but holy shit, this whole scene felt like MK11 and Aftermath.
We fight together.
No, you are in league with Dark Khan.
I'm here to save you, Raiden.
Spread your falsehoods elsewhere, sorcerer.
Raiden, stop! Shang Tsung is not the enemy this time.
Raiden, stop this! Shang Tsung is not the enemy this time.
Then you have turned your back on Earthrealm, broken your vow, and betrayed me! The realms hang in the balance. To defend them, I must command order! What have I done? I am a fool.
We must destroy Dark Khan, take the battle to his fortress.
You are right. I was wrong to doubt you. I too have been a slave to anger.
Superman and Raiden reach the throne room and prepare to fight Dark Khan.
You, Superman, Raiden,
Psycho Mantis.
They fight and finally realize something big.
Your combat hastens the merging!
No, Dark Khan. I won't let you destroy the Earth.
By the Elder Gods.
Enough.
Elder Gods. We must consult the Elder Gods, but... Elder Gods, huh? Elder Gods, they must consult... Gods consult Elder... Elder Gods... Elder Gods consulting Gods consult Elder Gods...
You don't fight for him.
neither do you.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
Congratulations. It only took you 4 hours, but you finally found out they aren't the enemy.
You are not
Enemies. They decide to work together to defeat Dark Khan. And holy shit, they won. It's that easy. Just beat up Dark Khan, and all these stupid conflicts wouldn't have happened. Then the worlds separate. On the MK side, Raiden meets up with his friends.
Shao Kahn's throne room.
Wait, what? Shao Kahn's throne room is in the galaxy? Oh, come on, you don't need to jiggle that badly.
Darkseid is left with them powerless, and then the Elder Gods chain him up to some weak-ass looking pillars. I kind of feel bad for Shao Kahn and Darkseid. They randomly get teleported in the beginning, and the next thing they know, they are just locked up. And that is the end of Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe.